Hey there, it's 2025 and some people still think you can't get pro quality mixes using only stock plugins. Well, I'm going to be using FL Studio stock plugins to mix these pop vocals in FL Studio. So let's give it a try and see how it sounds. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have all your tracks linked to the mixer. Okay, you can see I have my lead vocals linked right here. Then I also have my backup vocals linked right here. Okay, I'll start by mixing my lead vocals, turn the backup vocals off for now. And the first thing we want to do is tune the backup vocals. So I'm going to come to the vocal presets, okay, then come to tuning. And since we'll be using stock plugins, I'm going to be using the light tuning, okay. You can use the heavy tuning or the light tuning, either one is fine, but I want to preserve some of that naturalness from the vocal. And I want to set the key. The key for this production is in major, D sharp. And you can tweak this speed if you want it to, to have more correction or less correction. If I increase it, I will have more correction. If I reduce it, I will have less correction, okay? So let's listen to it.
Have my heart, will never be words apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still be my star.
When I turn it off.
Have my heart, will never be words apart.
When you turn it on.
Have my heart, will never be words apart.
So you can hear that it just corrects, the notes that went off, right? It's not a crazy change, just smoothing, the parts that went off. So next thing you want to do is compress the vocal. I'm going to use the vocal leveler, which is just the fruity compressor with my presets already baked into it. The only thing you need to tweak is the threshold, okay? If it's not holding it enough, you can take it up here, and if it's holding it too much, if it's doing too much, you can relax it, okay? So that's how easy these presets are to use. So let's listen.
We'll never be words apart. Maybe in.
If I turn it off.
Have my heart. We'll never be words apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still be my star, baby.
When I turn it on.
Have my heart. We'll never be words apart. Maybe in magazine.
You can hear how more consistent it sounds, right? And that's what the vocal level is all about. It levels the vocal. So the next one to do is EQ the vocal. Again, I have the Reso Blaster for the stock. You just drag and drop right here. What this does is that it fixes most of the resonance in the vocal. And the only thing you need to adjust most of the time is this high pass right here. If you feel like it's taking out too much weight from the vocal, you can relax it. If you feel like it's not taking enough, you can take it in. But I recommend do not go beyond 150. I feel like 150 should be like your max position. Although there's no rules, but 150 generally is where you don't want to cross. When I turn off the effect so far.
Have my heart, we'll never be words apart. Maybe in magazine.
You can hear that a world of difference already, and we just only added 3 processing. So you can see when you use these presets, you're already getting great results, okay? So I'm going to come to the next step, which is De-esser. I want to take away some S from the vocal, okay? So I'm going to come right here. And again, you don't really need to tweak this. If I tell you need to tweak this, all you have to do is just increase the range, okay? But you don't really need to tweak this. Next we want to do is add some brightness to the vocals. I'm going to come right here to crisp vocals, stock, just drop it right here.
Have my heart, we'll never be words apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still be my star, baby. Cause in the dark, you can see shining cars, and that's when you need me there, where you are.
That sounds good. And I want to do a serial compression. So I'm going to come back here to the compression and then come to multi-crisp, okay? So it's a dynamic compressor, but using it more to enhance the high end, but also to add some like serial compression. Serial compression is basically 2 compressors, working simultaneously on the vocals. You're not sending it out. They are just lined up in the same chain. So I'm going to come to the gain right here and increase it.
Have my heart, we'll never be words apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still be my star, baby.
So now if it sounds like it's too overcompressed for whatever reason, all you have to do is just relax the ratio in the low band and in the mids and in the highs. For example, I could relax the low band right here and relax this a little bit.
Have my heart, we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazine, but you're still.
But for the most part, you need to sound good on most vocals, okay? And that's why the template comes with, the individual sounds. You can build your own chain, or you can just use the default chains right here that exist. You can see there are also chains right here you can use that has all the effects built into one drag and drop, or you can build yours from scratch, individually. So that's how good this preset is, and it's from stock plugins and also premium plugins. So you can use either stock plugins for FL Studio. If you don't have the premium plugins, you can also get really good mixes with the stock plugins. So I want to have like a smooth and wide top end, so I'm going to come to use this plugin.
Have my heart, we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still be my star, baby. 'Cause in the dark, you can see shining cars, and that's when you need me there. Will I always share?
All right, that sounds good. Next, what we're going to do now is create a send for our reverbs and delay. You can see how fast we're doing this mix, right? If we're to build it from scratch, picking plugins, this is going to take a much longer time. So I'm going to come right here and let's come to the reverb send. On that send, you can see we have delay and reverb. So I'm going to come to, let's do delay first. Just drag and drop right here and then send. You can see in the delay send, we already have the parameters set, the delay, and then the sidechain, and it's already automatically linked. You don't have to create your own sidechain. It's already automatically linked to the vocal you send. Mind you, you can only send one vocal at a time into the delay send. So if you have multiple vocals, you want different delays, you need to do that, separately. So, but since all the lead vocals are on one channel or one insert, it's going to just automatically work with it.
Have my heart, we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still.
Let me turn off the beat so you hear.
Have my heart, we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazine, but.
And if you want it to be less, you can either reduce it from here, or you can come to the send and reduce it and increase, accordingly. Hey there. So before we go any further, I want to let you know you can sign up for our online courses, especially for mixing and mastering. You can click the link in the description below. It's a certificate course where you take the course step by step, and then you take some simple tests to test your knowledge. And when you conclude the course successfully, you're going to get a certificate. Don't worry, it's 100% online, which means you learn at your own time. And even if you don't pass some of the exercises, you can always retry again and again until you get it. The aim is for you to come out at the end of the course as a much better mixing and mastering engineer. Okay, so if you're interested in the course, just click the link in the description. We made sure the course was affordable but at the same time detailed for both beginners and advanced persons who are looking to learn how to mix and how to master in FL Studio. We covered all the comprehensive topics and all the comprehensive techniques that you need to learn to get consistent pro quality mixes. So let's get back to the tutorial. But remember, link in the description if you want to sign up. Then next we're going to do the reverb send. So drag and drop the stock right here and then send it in here.
Have my heart, we'll never be worlds.
Again, we can increase the fader.
Have my heart, we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still be my.
But I think that is quite much. So you can either reduce from the send or you can reduce the fader. So I'm going to use the send instead.
Have my heart, we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still be my star, baby. 'Cause in the dark, you can see shining cars, and that's when you need me there. Have my heart, we'll never be worlds apart.
Let's turn on the other lead vocals.
Eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella, under my umbrella, under my beautiful boys all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted. They got nothing on, they got nothing on you.
All right, so let's come to the backup vocals. Okay, backup vocals are a bit easier to mix. So let's start with this guy right here, since they are basically harmonies. So
Under my
I'm going to turn it on, pan them in opposite direction. I want it to be wide.
under my umbrella.
But for this, you want to tune them separately rather than using a bus. So I'm going to come to my tuning. Okay. You need to highlight these other guys right here, then use the light tuning. Since I really like the tuning on the lead vocals, just drag and drop, and you can see that already dropped here. But I have to turn off the other tuning right here because it's going to also load up there.
Under my umbrella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella, okay, would you?
Then I also just do the same for this other vocal in the middle. So, oh, that vocal wasn't linked, so I'm going to come right here and link it here.
Under my umbrella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella, would you come stay? Under my umbrella, under my umbrella, under my.
So now I can create a bus. So I'm going to route all of this, come to track mode, track routing, then come to route selected to this track only, so that all the tracks I've selected will be routed to just this track. Okay, you can see them all sent here. I'm going to right click, rename, and just name it back up bus. Okay, and then I'm going to come to, you can build up your own presets from scratch if you want for the backup vocals. I mean, you can build up your own chain from scratch if you want for the backup vocals, but I'm going to just come to the chains. Okay, backup vocal bus. You can see that backup vocal bus stock. So I'm going to drag and drop right here. And the only thing I'm going to change, turn off the multi-band compressor and the limiter. I feel like they're holding the backup vocals a little bit too much. For example, if I turn them on versus when I do this. Now, in some cases, that can be fine, or you can even go in and tweak it. Again, that is the beauty of having presets. You can go in and tweak, relax the ratio, and then increase the gain. And for the limiter, I'll just leave it off. Now all I have to do is create a send for the reverb. So I'm going to come right here to reverb stock and then send it in there. And if you want more reverb on the backup vocals, all you have to do is just come to this decay and increase. I recommend using a reverb calculator. So I'm going to open up my browser. So when we type in the tempo, and you can just use the hall size, but I'm not going to use the pre-delay. All I have to use is the decay time so that I can get more of that lushness. Okay, but if this was like a main lead vocal, I might use the pre-delay. Okay, now this is a preference, just a trick. It's not a rule or a law. Okay, so I'm going to use 4.5 milliseconds. So I'm going to come right here to decay 4.5. You can see at the top left of my screen 4.5. I can reduce the backup vocals a little bit, especially these two. So let's hear from the top and see how it sounds.
You can see shining cars, and that's when you need me there.
comparison, let's turn off all the effects and hear how it sounds.
And you have my heart, we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazine, but you still be my star, baby. Cause in the dark, you can see shining cars, and that's when you need me there. Will I always share? Under my umbrella, under my umbrella. Would you come stay? Under my umbrella, under my umbrella, under my beautiful.
So let me know in the comments, how is this sounding? Do you like the mix? And if you do, you can get the SC Toots Afro vocal mixing pack. The link will be in the description of this video, or you can just tap the product on this video and get it. It's affordable and it's going to really transform your mixes, as you can see right here. All right, so like and subscribe for more tutorials, tips, and tricks. Cheers.